Change the notes per measure time signatures quiz timer notes to base treble switching coordinate treble clef input with bass input. Coordinate treble clef input with bass clef input. A line showing time would indicate the press treble clef note and bass clef note. Where not okay, whether or not they actually work. This word be larger than the square the text would be put on the next line say loop runs. Okay, how many times did you press it? We started. Okay. So that's the control panel. The control panel would be a way to activate the procedural note generator. As you can see, these are procedurally generated. How would I know that? How would you know that? The show these are procedurally generated. It's ran from the procedural note generator. As you can see, I could answer it off the screen, as well as on the screen. These keys snap your input into an octave. The default octave starts at A. Any book, you would start at C, but the default octave 0 starts at A. Do note, this is an original application. The users aren't uploading 100% original. They're not. What do you mean? Okay. Well, our users aren't uploading 100% original. In fact, in case you didn't notice, this is a 100% original program. I was programming it. This is a procedural note generator. From the control panel, you would procedurally generate measures and notes as well. So you would have more than one measure. I would change the objects to accommodate the size of the treble and the bass clef and so on. The mathematical calculations that would be inputted into the algorithm are not yet inputted into the program because I'm studying. It will be there in a moment. Okay, so what's the problem? I wonder what the problem is. Well, what's the problem? What's the problem? What? Here. the problem? They're breaking the laws to repeatedly destroy my Japanese text lessons. They're establishing anti-foreigner Japanese propaganda. Book title in Japanese claiming others have trouble reading symbols. I left your school. I left the school system to further my education. I left your school system to further my education, therefore making me immune to those harassments. What? Really? Yes. No kidding. I left your school system to further my education. It makes me immune to the harassments. I'm not actively eroding your school system. I left your school system because you was doing nothing but telling me off for reproduction. You didn't offer Japanese in their location? Uh, so also refusing to offer Japanese. They were also refusing to offer Japanese. In case you didn't notice this, they were also refusing to offer Japanese. Not just refusing to offer it, but trying to prevent me from offering it. And then leaving the other fraudulent teachers up. So what's the problem? I'll leave it right there for you to see. I wonder what the problem is. Well, don't worry. It's just that I should be age restricted. Well, with the rapidly incrementing viewers and subscriber count, or should I say now 0 again, I should be age restricted. Why? Because I responded to a white person. Uh, you get age restricted for responding to a white person? Yeah. Did I tell you this? No, no. What's the problem? We're not in an active war with the Japs. We're not in an active war with the Japs. We're not in an active war with the Japs. They should act like it over my legally owned Japanese textbooks. Other users of white descent were not uploading 100% original content. They weren't. They just weren't. They were also offering fraudulent Japanese classes as opposed to my Superior 44 Japanese text lessons. I was told they did offer Japanese in my location. I would not stand for a location-based racism degree. What does that mean? Just like how they would like to lie to people about me having 1,564 electronic only hangos available for all forms of computers, and then trying to write me off as a pure further. When they're the ones breaking the laws to destroy my Japanese textbook lessons after establishing anti-foreigner Japanese propaganda, putting the book title in Japanese behind it, claiming others have trouble reading symbols, also refusing to offer Japanese based on your location, and I left the school system to further my education, therefore making me immune to the harassments. Now, if there's a problem with the 1006 questions with 100% accuracy, that was there. The 100% accuracy. When did 100% accuracy on 1006 questions happen? Is it because of this? Because they were doing this? So I just showed the 100% accuracy on 1006 questions. So when did the nearly 1,000 day streak get there? The 1,000 day streak, nearly 1,000 day perfect Japanese streak to get there. Do you think it's because of this? Do you think it's because of them? Do you think because they were being racist? They was declaring that only people of white descent can read symbols. What do you think? 1 day, 9 hours got there. What do you think? The first official 24-hour Japanese sitting got there as well. Or did you were refusing to offer it? I offered it for you. It's right here. So, if they have a problem with me showing a Japanese textbook, and and them displaying Dragon Balls and stuff. Then I don't know what else to tell them, but that's just straight out abuse of, of this thing. Abusive? What? You want me to program this? They actually want me to sit here and program this? Create original music, then it just allowing into accounts that don't exist because a white person was like, look at your skin color. You can't read symbol because of your skin color. And when you read the symbols, they now go and delete you for reading Japanese symbols. But it, but four, it would be a racist and delete me for reading Japanese. That's about a lie. They logged me out while I was reading the books. In case you didn't notice, they logged me out just because they were of white descent. Let's put a 5 here. 5. Log me out. Okay. 5. They logged me out as I was still reading the books just because they were of white descent. You cannot word that another way. Yes, we can. You wow. They logged me out as I was still reading the books just because they were of white descent. They logged me out as I was still reading the books just because they were of white descent. Do you want red text? It shows you exactly what you did wrong. It this here. The fifth one. They logged me out as I was still reading the books just because they were of white descent. I don't get it. They want to run off with that, right? They want to run off doing that. Okay. I'm still here. I'm still here. What? Do they want me to read my book in silence? What happens if you read your book in silence? They will log you out as you're still reading the books just because they're of right descent. You want me to start reading my books in silence? Are they declaring against the terms and services hate speech? Are they declaring that people of my skin color not directly of white descent shouldn't hold a Japanese textbook because of a skin color? Are they declaring that? Because that'll get you removed because that's against the terms and services. Did they actually did they actually not read their own
terms of services. Do they not read their own terms of services? Well, with the same legal document you use as toilet paper, you can't deal with all that crap on it, anyways. Yeah, you can't read your own legal documents with all that crap on it, anyways. I'm sorry to tell you, you should have used it as toilet paper just because it's on skin color. Look, the books. What did they? Well, what's the point? What's the point of this? What? What's the actual point of reading books if your skin color is not directly white descent and they will remove you and then leave all the naked Japanese women on the platform or something? Like, they locked me out as I was still reading the books just because they were of white descent. I'm pretty sure you know that. As still reading the books just because they were of white descent. Don't ever let the court see that one. Don't let the court see that one. Don't let the governmental officials here in the United States of America ever see that one. What? That they locked me out as I was still reading the books just because of your skin. Don't let them see that one. Don't. I promise you, do not let them see that. Don't let them see this. Do not let the United States of America court see this here. Don't let them see that. Don't let them see it. I can assure you. Don't let the United States of America court. Don't let the court see that. Don't let them. Just don't let them see this. I promise you. You might not want to let them see that. Don't let them see it. Just don't. Don't let the United States of America court see this. Don't let them, please. I beg of you. This is the last version for the last rating. Well, you know they were being like outlets of racism. That's what they were doing. They're being outlets of straight up racism. Straight up. Don't let them see that. Don't just keep this screen away. At all costs, keep this screen away from the United States of America courts. You do not want them to see that on the screen. Okay. You don't want them to see that, right? You don't. You don't. Doko emo ikimasen. Keep this away from United States of America courts. Doko emo ikimasen. This isn't the first book, right? The book that I read that I legally own. Doko emo ikimasen. I'm not going anywhere. Kore wa watashi no mina no nihongo han desu ne. Now, don't let the United States of America court see that. Why? Well, it just shows how racist they were being. How racist they were being over skin color. They were declaring that people of my skin color shouldn't be able to hold a red Japanese textbook. That's what they were doing. Doko amo ikimasen. I'm not going anywhere. Kara watashi no no nihongo han desu ne. Mina no Nihongo Japanese textbooks. Don't let them see this. Why? Mokiyo ma de niwa keka ga wakaru hazuda. Do not let them see this. You'll know the result by Thursday. Don't let them see that. Don't let them see that. Mokyo mare ni wa keka ga wakaru hazuda. Don't let the United States of America court see this. It's right there on your screen. It shows you that I did in fact read the books and I did read the Japanese symbols and I do have 85 pages read in the same day. Over 85 pages read in the same day. Plenty of lessons read in the same day. Plenty of lessons. Plenty of lessons of the Mina no Nihongo textbook series that I legally own. And I do have the date anytime here. The date on 11/28 of 2022. How long has it begun? Because of a skin color, of a skin color, of a skin color. Because I wasn't directly of white descent. And they were complaining that others cannot read their symbols. They were like, oh, people have trouble reading this. How long has it been since that statement been untrue? Because I have 100% accuracy on 1,006 questions here. That's the whole school system, pretty much, of the Japanese language. Whole school system, 100% accuracy. Wappa, 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 wappa. And you got what? You got Duncan. You got Dunk. And a perfect 11,000 day Japanese streak too, right there. Really don't. Better keep that away from the United States of America courts. Why? You gotta keep that away from Japan's courts too. Why? Because you're breaking your own laws. You voted for them, and then you just know those are my books. And you're not gonna sit here and tell me, try to threaten and coerce me over my books. These are my books. You're gonna tell me not to read a book that I legally own after telling me you didn't offer Japanese and the location, putting people on region block. Hey, you know that game I brought, the game I legally purchased? You still got the region block on it. The IP address block. You still do? What's the problem? They're breaking the laws repeatedly, destroying my Japanese textbook lessons. They're establishing anti-foreigner Japanese propaganda. Book title in Japanese to hide it, claiming others have trouble reading symbols. Also refusing to offer Japanese. I left the school system part of my education, therefore making me immune to those harassments. They were being racist and deleting me for reading Japanese. They locked me out as I was still reading the books just because they were of white descent. And whenever you tell them that they're just doing that just because they're of white descent and they can overpower it and can use the network kill switch. Every time you tell, I'm not doing, I'm peaceful. Well, if you were so peaceful, then why did you take down my 44 Japanese textbook lessons when I legally own the Japanese textbooks? You let Dragon Ball on the platform, let naked Japanese woman on the platform, you let them do whatever. You let them do whatever. And then I read a book and now you're removing me because I'm trying to get a real Japanese woman. Oh, yes, I think that's it. The moment you mention you're getting a Japanese woman, then everything starts flipping over. Even after 9 years of being here, completely anonymous. The moment you say Japanese woman, they start flipping out because you're straight. I wonder what went wrong there. I wonder what went wrong. Oh, you want me to purchase the add-on? Wow, I would love to do that if my 44 Japanese textbook lessons even generated a single Abraham Lincoln that I rightfully worked for. Or do you think that the people like to sit would like to sit in one spot, try to take everything you have, and say that the notes on the piano are just theirs and they just pressing it, and when they're not even physically present, and you can physically see me walk over and press it myself. Watch this. I will walk over to my piano. You see the skin color. Do you see the skin color? That's what they have a problem with. That's why I put the skin color right here. Look. Look, you can see. You can see. Okay, don't worry. I read the books. Do you think that's gonna put an extra arm on my glasses? Do you think that's gonna put an extra arm on my glasses? Or do you think I'm gonna have to complain in the middle of the night while I program the application because they don't want to take in that they were being outright? Well, the textbook organization, my books, right? This is my book. My book. They had a problem with this book, right? They had a problem with the red one. The same red book that I saw users of white descent their mouth wide open, crossing it out until you now read. the same book that you let them read, the same book that you let whites read, but as I left it, oh no, sorry, nice, I can't. Okay, it's the same book. There's no light going into the device. The same book. And now what? Did they now figure out that they shipped the books to someone that wasn't of white descent or something? Is that what it is? Or from? Do I need to look prettier for the thing? I'm a male. I'm of the male sex. You can't do that. Well, I'm sorry to tell you that, uh, but it's a scientific fact. I love five biology EOC. So, are they going to go, well, that sounds like this. I'm going to take everything you make. You have to be physically present here working. You cannot go happily, mouthfully, wishy washy stuff. Well, you don't do anything. It's not going to happen. Why? Because you got Dragon Balls on Walmart shelves. And you're telling me not to. I wonder what's the problem. Is it the skin color? Did I move in front of the device? You're telling me not to show. How about you don't show your face? No, that. Yeah, exactly. That's the point. They're treating you like a punk for reading a book. They read every single line, every single word, every single phrase, every single symbol correctly, 100% accurately. And this is what they do. This they delete you. Why? Because your skin color wasn't of white descent. And the point, they don't. No, no. This is what they your exact credentials and your location to the thing to refute. And I'm like, well, isn't that what they use to aim down a sight for their assault rifles at you? Don't with assault rifle. Yeah, you want to type that in there when it's connected to those people. They're actual maniacs at this point, telling you not to read the Japanese textbook and allowing people like random to shoot assault rifles through the homepage. Then it's on a verified. That's a verified account too. They're on a verified accounts. My point. They was just being racist and harass me. What harassing? Yes. How do you deal with harassment? Fight back. Okay, watch this. You fight back through the network. Through YouTube, delete you. They're only going to look at what you're doing. You cannot actually fight back through the thing, no matter what you do. All you have to do is tell them they logged me out as I was still reading the Mina no Nihongos just because they were of white descent. And then we're behind a network kill switch and can do so. And I have 100% 1,006 questions, and they still wanted to do it. That's what I'm telling you. Even after that, you have the perfect streak there. They're perfect nearly 1,000 days. Just do that. So I'm sorry to tell you that, but just don't let any court see that. What? The 100% accuracy. 100% accuracy. The lessons, they allowed me out as I was still reading the Mina no Nihongos that I legally own. The nearly thousands day Japanese streak. Just don't let the court see that. Don't let the court see that Japanese like science recorded in history, and it's still less than 2 years. Yeah, full Japanese comprehension in less than 2 years is dated at 11/28, 2022. That's the fastest Japanese times recorded in history. What? Yes, it is. I'm sorry to tell you that, especially yeah, and I'm sorry to tell you that it's the record. What really? That 1 day 9 hours. Get 1 day 9 hours slammed on you. 1 day 9 hours. Don't let the court see that. What? Are they telling me holding a book is all of a sudden the biggest thing they absolutely hate, which is hate speech, if I would say, hating on me for lifting a book, after telling people to get educated, telling them to sign up for their colleges and universities, and then refusing to.
Except the fact that I didn't sign up for your college and university because they were telling me off for reproduction, telling me off for Japanese language, and telling me off. Yeah, it's just straight up greedy, malicious, dangerous, and violent white individuals who established violence by removing me for reading a Japanese textbook because and they had no actual reputations for it. This is just my books. That's the bottom line. It's my books. Do they go to other users of white descent and slam their guitars at the wall for playing Uzumaki and Naruto? No, they do not. Well, do they stop people from playing anime covers? No, they do not. They put it right on your homepage. Do they stop people from spamming? No. Do they stop people from appearing basically naked at a ding, selling sex? No. Do they stop Japanese people from lying to you? No. How do they lie? Oh, well, it would be a good idea to frontline a bunch of Japs to Americans to keep them out of the state of Japan just by lying to them about their educational resources, their studies, there's some fraudulent activity. Because they are of Japanese descent, you cannot verify if they are actually telling you the truth. You cannot verify if they intended for you to get past the next step in your Japanese studies. That is why I'm telling you that is fraudulent activity. Because you cannot source your information. They didn't source their information. I sourced my information. That's what they teach you in the governmental educational system here in the United States of America, to source your information. If I source exactly what page Doko Mo Ihimasen is on, well, I should be being removed for that. When I'm told here in the United States of America to source my information. On the Japanese textbooks I legally own, took taxes for it, and you're not actually giving the money back, then, well, here's what happens. Those are my books. Yeah, that's just it. It's my books. They were being, let's use the white man's words, the white woman's words, the white dean's words, unprofessional, disgraceful, violent, and deadly. Now, notice, yes, that's what they were being. Now, if you would like to try to exile people, which is part of a Chinese torture system, by the way. If you would like to exile people, um, isn't that the last step of the Chinese torture system? I'm learning Japanese. If they try to exile people for learning real Japanese, for learning the symbols, and for going through actual Japanese textbooks, for going through 6,355 Japanese kanji, when there are 2,136 used regularly in the Japanese school systems, do they have an explanation that I still went through it and surpassed it? Or do they just log you out as you're still reading the Mina no Nihongos that you legally own? I legally own them. I don't know what else to tell you. I do. Why do you think there's like a paper in here? What? There's a receipt in here. No, really. Look, right there. Do you not see the receipt? You let people of white descent show you receipts. Do you see the receipt? Do you see the receipt? I'll put it a little closer to the screen. So, well, since Japanese people can only read small stuff, you can also read a small receipt, right? That's a great analogy, by the way. Wow, how stereotypical. Well, I don't want to be stereotyped into, whoa, no, this person can't read symbol. And then you just remove me when I read symbol. That's not gonna happen. That doesn't fly. I'm sorry to tell you that. Well, I'm sorry to inform you that, but they're abusing their stats. What? Really? Yes, they are. If people want to have sex with Japanese women, they're not gonna sit there and take that from you. Bottom line, uh, what? What they do? Okay, look, this is the funny part. That was real boring. Yeah.
Yeah, I can assure you that's boring.